Fuck you, New Soviet Union. Fuck you. And my favorite team, if you could see this, but if they win the fucking Super Bowl, I ain't going to no fucking celebration. Fuck no. Fuck your fucking guillotines. There ain't gonna be a Heisen, or if I was, or fucking A. As soon as the body dies, you come back. And my spirit will become a spiffy spectre sprite, and I will put the fuck out of you, Soviet South. You guys fucking Bolsheviks. Let's fucking Bolsheviks. Fucking Khazars. Fucking Khazar Israeli. Khazar Russians. You fucking Orthodoxy. I'm gonna fucking forgive you. Fuck you. So you better stay the fuck away from the main cities. Away from the main cities. Fuck you and go back home, you fucking foreigners.
You must read this article. The relevant part begins with Peter Sutherland, which is about...
Full Ford Larrabee looks like Ford. Former president, not Bush, but Ford. I had a thought because Ronald Reagan, was he part Russian, or he said he was from a state in Iowa or somewhere. But was he from somewhere else? But then he supposedly was the reason why the Soviet Union ended. Well, fuck the Soviet communist fascists. Fascist, communistic, Soviets. Fuck you. Even if you say, guy, yeah, right, Putin was supposedly against the NWO, fuck you. Chinese, get the fuck out of America. I hope that here in Texas, I'm pretty sure the Texans will fucking fight back, so fuck you. And I really I don't like Ingolstadt, so I can't stand the Dallas Cowboys logo. Boys. Dallas, though, Houston, they have the bull with the star on it. Yeah, you fight fucking back, man. Fuck things Chinese. We don't owe them nothing. Chinese has unclean cooking oil. And then, how was arsenic, or how was fucking PSP in our fucking seafood? They have all this stuff made in China, but they don't want any of our seafood. Sea stuff. China. So, I've heard in a video game a Soviet or a fucking Russian saying that, like, that down or something up to a person or somebody they didn't like. I'm like, fuck you. You touch my dog, I fucking go crazy. Just so you know, I'm sane. But you touch my dog, and I'm gonna fucking kick your asses. I'm sane. My dog is not just a dog. It's not just a dog. I signed an animal bill of rights laws, and I signed Mercy for Animals law, and I was doing a Creatures for Earth law. And basically, with all my compassion for starting parties or three combinations of parties, and the president's thing, and how we could have more, or who knows, I know it's like. And I heard that the Russians don't really care about the Constitution, or they don't care about our history. Well, then fuck you and fuck Obama. Whatever. Now, supposedly Obama, I was trying to find it on YouTube, but I do remember one time, or someone said that, like maybe it was on audio and a video, that Obama didn't hold on. How you doing, friend? I'm saying. Not crazy. You have fish wonders. You have fish wonders. Yeah. And you have your food and your vitamins. Yeah. Well, like let me just Russians. So Russians don't care about our history. So what the f? Obama doesn't like. I remember listening to it, and I said Obama doesn't like bombs. He didn't like the bombs bursting in the air thing, or the cannons thing, or the bursting in the air thing. He doesn't like those things. So how in the fuck? So they're gonna use? I thought years ago, like, what if they brought back the medieval times? I don't think I thought, what if America? Maybe I thought that maybe. I said, okay, but that doesn't mean, it had to happen or anything. It was just a thought, like a big if, and they're having guillotines. And I said I thought that was whack from Napoleon that he used guillotines, and I think on their own Frenchmen or whoever, and like, yeah, I mean, Nation of Immigrants are mostly so I mean, Texas wanted to secede. So what? They're a big state. They're a big country. Texas could be its own country within the American continent. I mean, the African places are countries. They're not states. They're countries in the African continent. And so then what? I also said on a post on some site, I said, clones if rebel. Or what are they going to send? Like, the Chinese to Texas? And on their flag, I think, had a few stars. But it's like, I don't think Texas ever wanted to be communistic. They wanted to be operated independently. A big if, yeah, it's like, I heard this one thing in Denver, and some kids were taken away from a school, elementary school, and then they said it was from a catastrophe, or maybe they were brought back to their parents, or back to some place. To some other place, or because they'd be suing, and then what's the fucking point, man? Like, I used to think, what about Turtleman, like Ninja Turtles? I thought about that. I said probably that before, or Frogman, Green Frogman, Birdman, whatever. But it's like, well, can they speak English? Why do they want to depopulate? And Gardasil was supposed to prevent against teen pregnancy, but then it was actually killing ovaries off. And whatever women used it. Well, hopefully they could, whatever ovaries maybe they have cloned or saved, that those women could get some ovaries back. Because a woman is supposed to experience motherhood at least once in her lifetime. How are we going to do the fucking future? Doesn't cloning take quite a while? So Chinese going to fight the Texans? China going to fight Texas? I wasn't serious about that. It was a thought. I think it was in a basement or walking one time or somewhere. Down a hill or something, or in a basement. And fucking Russia gonna fucking fight the Soviets Russia gonna fight what? Oregon? Fucking Washington or California? And even if China said, well, they own some California, this was the government people's faults anyway. Those peoples. Fuck those fucking reptiles. Whatever they should be called. Fuck those aliens. And then, who knows, later they're gonna make a movie about it? That's sick. That's disgusting, man. Hopefully Civil War I and only that. And that was years ago. And then, if we had an invasion, hopefully only one time only, I mean, like, if, and not in the main cities. And for the, now, you leave fucking dogs out of this. I won't be part. You leave animals out of this, or else you leave dogs out of this, or else I won't be part of any part of your. I mean, I won't be any part of your presidents in history, even though I know so much about the presidents, or well, actually, well, this one trivia question: George H. Bush stopped eating broccoli, but it has antioxidants. Broccoli and well, that's like not a big factor or anything, but I don't think though. I think I could say them in order, and maybe not the first ones of the Supercontinental Congress, but if they're saying like if something was illegal, then like that, then they would impeach Obama. If it was because of Obama, they would impeach Obama. But if the Congress, NDAA, and EXPA or NDAA, they should have thrown that out quickly. You know, quickly they should have thrown that out. Because they didn't throw it out. Because they didn't throw the NDAA out quickly from the Congress, then if they're being unconstitutional, then we have the right to shut them down. And James Madison, whatever, said the 20 things, if I instituted, if those things were part of the things, then we have the power to change government. We have a power to shut down the government. And we have a lot of rights. No, they don't have no rights to do guillotines. Fuck FEMA. Fuck you. Fuck Clinton for who the fuck ever. What you need is pure thoughts, and the bad people need to go to Mars, and right now, next year, and they need to abandon Earth, but leave it alone. Leave Earth alone. Leave Earth alone. And stop trying to mess with life. I'm fucking serious. If something happened to me or my dog or me or family or anybody or, you know, fucking fellow Americans or fucking my doggy or fucking, you know, I'll fuck, no, don't tell me, I don't care about your fucking opinion. You know, you Russians or whatever the fuck. I won't ever be part of your fucking, I mean, you know, America, government, America, I wouldn't be part of your fucking presidential history, and you'd regret that. And I thought I was, you know, Ulysses S. Grant one time. Remember something about a beard or something, but, and a general, and fucking, and then when 1870, when they instituted the first federal holiday for Christmas on June 26, 1870, and 1870. But yeah, anyways, and if they had like, you know, this one world government, which I said that shouldn't, I would be against that, but like, they would still have, I think, American presidents, but then they would like, they would try to want the whole world to be America, or something, and then basically, I was like, well, is there any, like, let's just talk about prostitution for a second, or let me mention that. Is there anything for like $5 or $10 or $20 or $50 or $100? I mean, and there's got to be women, but it's like, this one woman said like 70,000. Was she talking about a year, or was she, or what was she talking about? A month or what? First off, or a time? Yeah, right. You know, I'd be a humble leader, I think, because I said about global international. I'd be a humble leader, but then somebody would be like, is that like an NWO or something, or a league? I'd be like, no. I mean, no. I'm humble. Most of the time. It's the person. I'm humble. I try to be humble. I'm not going to be part of your global international president. I'm not going to be an American president if you're going to fucking do this to us. I mean, well, I signed up on my place not to be bothered. So, but I heard it's like, one time at High Stadium, and if the Broncos win the Super Bowl, I ain't going to that fucking celebration. I wrote it down, and no fucking way. And I saw a picture of a map in places, but it's mainly, like I said in another video, Southern California. Southern Colorado, on the very border of the southern part of Colorado, on the border, and the fucking northern North Denver. North. Though it could be Denver, but it looked more north. No fucking way, man. Now, some woman said that hell was not locked. Well, Mama. I never BS anybody. I don't do that. Oh, you just okay. Maybe I don't do that. You drink fresh waters. There's this woman that said, well, yeah, I thought you said hell was locked, or my dad said that. Or maybe I did, or I said it should be. But then, was she talking about this one door this one time? Or was she talking about hell or something? I'm like, first off, it's like, not necessarily around this time. Who knows? Just this time has happened to be at this time, but it varies. It's usually different. So if she was talking about hell, one time I thought this door was locked, but then and then this one woman opened it, but then I think this one woman was actually talking about hell. Well, first off, I've seen these visions and stuff like that. First off, no person in human skin, in person skin, and even if it was a Martian or something like that, or a reptilian, whatever person, or demon, that's fucking stupid. That's fucking weird. First of all, or this woman, and she looked like a person. If she was talking about hell, like I said, one time this one door was locked, but then this woman opened it. But this blonde-haired woman. Maybe from the government, I don't know, but my dad worked for the government for many years. Different branches for America. But anyways, I'm not sure what this woman was talking about one time, or something like that. But anyways, no one person or persons or a group should have the power to say to God that, saying the world should end or something like that. God comes when He wants to come. And this is another reason why this can happen. This is all mediatized. God's not going to come if you mediatize this on YouTube so much about, on the other part of YouTube, about the tribulation and this and this and that. What if God doesn't want your scriptedness? And who the fuck is close to God besides me? No pun intended. I mean, humbly. No. You Russians, go back to Russia. You get out of Washington, get out of California. You take those tanks to fucking the Middle East. Or somewhere the fuck else. And China, you want to fight the Texas? Be stupid. Or Chinese, you get the fuck out of America. You fucking foreigners, get out of fucking America. That aren't born in America. If you're not born in the American continent, in an American state, or Alaska, and if you consider that American, because to some things like, well, rather than saying proud American, they say they're proud Alaskans, but Alaska is a state. But they might say proud American too, maybe. But it's like, well, then go back to Alaska, go back to Hawaii, go back to, or wherever you're from, and born, and or go to a state, or go somewhere else in the American continent. But get out of the American continent, you fucking communist Chinese, you fucking Asians, you fucking Russians, Soviets, you get the fuck, you bullshitniks out of America, and you go the fuck to some other country. And yeah, the 3 or 4 countries of the Soviet Union, new Soviet Union, or the re-Soviet Union, you fucking Soviet Union, Union, you go back to this fucking Russia or Ukraine or Belarus or Kazakhstan. And I'm not sure if it was like photoshopped or something, but there's a symbol in Kazakhstan and it was satanic. But is that symbol really there on the ground of land? Is there a symbol actually on somewhere in Kazakhstan? Because it was on Google Maps, though supposedly in Kazakhstan, but it was like satanic. So, is Kazakhstan Khazarian or was Israel pre-Khazarian? Was pre-Israel Khazarian? But also Palestine was as big as Khazarian and Israel or Kazakhstan combined. And as what Palestine was originally, many years ago, Palestine was as big as Kazakhstan, as big as Russia. I think Palestine was big. It was its own country. Now they're talking about a state. Thank you for being a part of Colorado Public Radio. From all of us here at CPR, happy holidays. You know, my advice, if you want to, if there's World War III, if it's against the Middle East, you know what you should do? You should just combine and say you should be you should just say that, you know, those countries should say they want to be part of Palestine, and those places would be like cities or whatever, provinces or whatever, but they'd be part of Palestine, because, and then there's Israel or Kazakhstan or whatever. But though, because I think they have green in there because they're in Palestine on the flag because they're more pro-life, or they might have some conflicts there. Because green is usually a lively color, usually, and Palestine has Christians there. You know, and same, and we never said if he was a saint or anything like that. We didn't clarify that. We didn't declare that. That saint is probably, you know, bad. And I try to kick its ass in a fucking symbol. I try to kick its ass, and fucking Islam is a lost cause. And if God ended the world, I guarantee you, anybody that commits a crime against somebody else, unless it's in self-defense or defending your country, defending your fellow citizens, if you would do that, and those people will be saved. But if like Islam, if in the name of Islam, you would kill somebody else, or try to call it Mohammedanism, or maybe it's was it Ishmael or whoever wrote the thing, but actually I think his words were twisted. That one guy. You're gonna go to hell when the world ends. We don't want it to end. So you fucking, or the media or whatever, you just fucking fuck off and just say, you know what, we just wanted to see people's reactions, and none of that's gonna happen. Because if it did go down, I'm pretty sure, especially the Texans and true people who want to live, will fucking defend themselves. Bill Gates, fuck you. I'm not sure what Donald Trump thinks, or Ted Turner, but fuck you. There's no population problem. And fucking... Then what about, so what are we going to do with all this land? Convert it to Greenland? More buffalo? More bison? More trees? I've seen angels, but I don't know their... I'm not sure if I want to know. I don't know their... I don't know. want to know. I don't know their position on anything. But to me, that sounds like a job title. It's like a job title. So if these people don't defend people's, and you know, if these angels don't fight the evil, then if they don't fight the evil, then they're not doing their job, and then they wouldn't be angels. Now, a Christian, I think, I'm not sure if it said that in the Old Testament, but apparently in the New Testament, or was it like some other scripture? Not a testament, or was it? Well, anyways, or maybe it said it. The ancient would be masquerading around as an angel of light, or something like that. Or would angels be doing that too? I don't want to give any false hope. I'm just saying, if these angels don't help them, they're working for Ancient. They're working for Lucifer. I don't believe he's right or anything like that. I don't believe that, or horns or anything. I don't believe that. So, he has a big head, and fucking, it's like fucking stupid. They fly so that maybe they are good, but who the fuck? Maybe they will help people fight. Hopefully. If need be. But actually, from this one video, I think these are just going to be the southern states that don't contribute worth a damn anyway. And if they've seen trails, they haven't done anything about it. But I have. I've tried. The Texans will defend themselves. I haven't been there, but I know they will fight. Maybe the Snow Brahma Bulls, or will the Brahma Bulls and the Longhorn Bulls fucking kick the fucking asses of the fucking Monai or whatever the fuck. And if I'm the president, on my side time, yeah, I should get my dick sucked, but I ain't fucking no fucking thing. Well, you fucking owe me a favor. It's like the recent presidents or administrations or presidents recently, it's like, they've done our country no good, man. I think Nixon created the Environmental Protection Agency, or Clean Air Amendment. So he, even though he was a bit insecure, I mean, a bit that. Well, Carter pardoned draft war evaders, and he was a humanitarian, supposedly Carter, and Obama said, you think I'm joking? And I'm like, what the fuck? You should be impeached. I'm like, but Carter only used camera drones or camcorder quarters or for spying for intelligence, but Carter wouldn't hurt anybody. Wouldn't hurt anybody. Carter. Well, Ford did not like his administration. Ford, Carter, Nixon, those are the last good presidents, and other presidents before them. Well, I guess Kennedy did help with the Katrina thing, that they must help the peoples and they shouldn't have to pay anything back or anything like that. I'm not sure about Baines Johnson. I know Eisenhower, I think, was really good. I think Truman or FDR, I think, especially for a few years, I needed it for sure. And if I wasn't successful, then I would still be needing it. Though, I mean, yeah, I mean, I got in the program, and Hoover was blamed. Curtis with the C was somebody was racist in that, or in that administration. Maybe the one of immigration, or whatever other interior, or whatever other department, whoever was blamed. But Coolidge was actually cool because he kept his promises, and I think heard something about he didn't like the Nazis. Well, I think he was Harrison Coolidge, or he was related to the Harrisons. So like the Whigs. So, and I saw some earlier video today about a third party or some other parties, or that would come together against the Democratic Republican fucking brand, basically, or Ponzi scheme of supposedly being different parties, supposedly. And it's not necessarily government, or it's not necessarily policies. Some of our presidents really cared about America. Nixon was a great president, American president. Who's bad? If you don't like the Four Seasons of this one state, then go to some other state and try to represent another state. But don't mess with our heirs anymore. Or fucking... Someone say Obama or Bush didn't know about certain things, but maybe, but, then yeah, well, I believe China owes this state of my state money, and they owe America money. We owe Chinese money, the America government, and the Chinese government owes America money, and this one state money, or other states, and they fucking Thailand owes us money, China owes us money, Canada owes us money. So what about if there was Canadian states, but then someone to the NAU, and basically that leads to like a NWO, but also, or sort of, or I noticed like a couple companies, they might have had problems with working, and it's like, you would see different colors underneath soda cans or certain brands or whatever. It's like, it's a job. Do you like soda? What are you saying? I think they're supposed to just be bottling stuff or whatever at distribution facilities. And if machines are doing most of the work or whatever, then what are they complaining about? Like, well, whatever. Like, I mean, not whatever, but like, if you saw Alien, that you would fucking fight it if you could. If you saw Reptilicon, you'd fucking fight it if you could. Especially in Reptilicon. If you saw a demon, you'd fucking fight it, right? Hell should be locked. And people that have committed crimes, they should admit it. And they should be in trouble. And something about the running out of room at this one place. And just like I said over the phone, we've been spied upon. Well, the answer is keep them in prison. Stop fucking disrespecting me, or I'm not going to be in the fucking president. You respected, I think, mostly Miller Fillmore, and he was anti-Mason, and he fought you guys, so maybe that's why you respected him. And only because it's part of the law. Or he didn't want to piss off the South or something like that. I'm pretty sure Miller Fillmore, especially if he went to Rome, or I think he liked it. I'm pretty sure that Miller Fillmore would not agree with this NWO or FEMA or whatever like that. Because even though he took over, because the president died, Zachary Taylor, and Fillmore became president, from vice to president, because, and yeah, so he did a few things, quite a few things, and there's a coin of Fillmore, but, Fillmore, so, he delayed the Civil War for 10 years, Though there was just one amendment, though it didn't make sense because he wanted to delay the Civil War. So this one amendment didn't make sense. Yeah, but so Miller Fillmore would actually, because especially, you know, after their life, and then they probably like spirits or if you were to ask their spirit or something like that, that Miller Fillmore changed. So Miller Fillmore would not be for an NWO or anything like that. You need people to have a president, and he's a president, and you need people in a kingdom to fucking have a kingdom. So see, Joshua was saying, well, he didn't need these people. It's like, and he's king. It's like, well, how are you a king, and how do you have a kingdom? Are you the only one in it? What the fuck? It's sort of hard to say you want to love everybody. That's fucking stupid. And to me, there's no godly reason for this thing that it was the thought and and it doesn't make sense. Arthur Sinclair was the general, just like Washington. So if someone said that Jefferson or Jackson and Coolidge and Eisenhower and was there anybody else in Wilson and Eisenhower, and that they were black, so they must have bleached their skin. And there's probably at least one or two, or at least one Indian president that bleached his skin and became president. You know, don't call me a Nazi. Don't call me that. Just call me a fucking wig. But I don't want to be of that monarch party. Just call it wig. And I want a different symbol. Yeah, John Tyler was great. And so was Phil mostly. Or Tyler. Hulk was technically a wig if you ask me. Maybe I said he was Clay. Hulk. Harrison. William Henry Harrison. Hideous Benoit. Boudinot. No. There's actually two constitutions or a pre-constitution. Yeah, and you heard about the articles of ratification or the articles of confederation or ratification or there was actually a first constitution before the first constitution. And I think there was more to it. Or maybe a bit different, but we had two constitutions for American colony. And remember, like, whenever the first 13 colonies or states came to be, and it was fucking, and, you know, somebody might have said, oh, or was it for those, or, oh, they knew there were, I think there was more land to be discovered, I think, or they did, and, and then they said the Constitution was for all the lands. I think Addison made it clear that if you don't respect our Constitution or our fucking history or some of it, it's like, then fucking, you have to leave, man. You fucking Russians. Fucking Soviets. What the fuck? This ain't moving forward. Maybe it's that the president's working through me or something like that. High five if we could, you know. Yeah, you know. You know, fuck, you know. Man, we should have had presidents just be, man. And if it wasn't like they were, you know, or, you know, it'd have to be in and out of time because it wouldn't be safe to totally come back, totally. So it'd have to be in and out of time, in and out of time, out of time, in and time, in and out of time. But how come our former presidents haven't, like, follow their spirits or whatever into, like, whatever countries and just kick some ass? The Spiffy Spectre sprites. It's like, or if that was to happen wherever, that maybe they'll be there and they'll help the peoples, like in Lord of the Rings, the spirits, because they wanted to be redeemed. Now I don't know if any presidents need to be redeemed, but I don't know. So I mean, just to help the American peoples. It hell needs to be locked away, and you need to, and you peoples need to be, you need to go back to, you foreigners need to go back to your own countries. And even if or Obama or whatever, you know, if they allowed Russians or Chinese to come to America, that's illegal. So then we shut everything down. Return home. You have to go home, man. Some people like, and if you didn't want to go back to Russia, then go fucking to Canada. Because you don't respect their constitution. I don't think. You Chinese, go to fucking Canada and fucking stay there. Or fucking go to a Scandinavian country, or fucking go to Greenland or Iceland or Greenland or fucking Brunswick or fucking somewhere, but stay the fuck out of America. There's others, you know, fucking high five, yeah. Different ones, yeah. It's like, yeah, like if you commit suicide, then you stay on Earth. And if I could, I would try to be in and out of time. And I fucking would fight, you know. So you don't want to run on me, man. And don't be disrespecting me like that. I said sometimes I fight more in my heart, or one time because I had a brain injury, I thought I probably was halfway dead or something like that. It's like, that's why I felt sometimes more of my upper body, or was the essence, you know, my chest, collarbone, you know, not the head as like, you know, it wasn't, you know, I wasn't as the main passion or compassion not from my head, but from my heart, you know. And maybe there would be like a horse of justice or something like that. A spirit horse. You don't want none of me, man. I didn't mean that be like a Hyson. I didn't mean that. Life is meant to be living, man. Yo, bro, how are you? Hello. Maybe he's like listening or something like that. I'm glad I didn't hear him snoring or anything like that. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I just don't want him. I don't want him to be dreaming or anything. I don't want to be any part of no segments or no fragments or no increments. Someone said years ago on AOL, but he stopped talking to me on instant message. I'm like, well, whatever. It's like, so he seen reels and then he just stopped talking to me. But whatever. But this was on or instant message and what was I saying? It was like, uh, what was I saying? Just hold on. So, it's okay. Something about that guy though. Yeah, he seemed a bit phony later on. But what was I saying though? uh, um, oh yeah, like I think he was like, did I tell him or he was like saying you got any assistance and it's like, but then like he said his apartment was like more and it's like, well shouldn't be, and then the places I used to be at and it's like they've gone up. It's like fucking disrespecting my thing about things. If the economy, then it should be going cheaper. No, something about somebody ownership of a land or I mean like apartment complexes or commercial places. Yeah, that or commercial places. That is their lands. Whoever owns it, but it's like in a sense there should be a lot. Things should be cheaper. And then if they make it a crime to be homeless, or you can't be out in the open, well, who would want to be out in the open? Nobody. I don't think. But I mean, the open is where things first was created. The openness of the world. People don't have a right to be in the open. And why would you like to get what you want and then like you would have to make a deal or something like it's like that's not a loving God. I do believe in a generous God, so there's been generosity. Stay away from me. And I have folks, and stay away from them too. Stay away from them. Away from them. It's just what I think of the fucking videos on YouTube. I don't believe superheroes are heroes. I don't believe they're idols. I believe they're inspirations. Other inspirations. And I said, I think whatever year that was, I didn't like evil or anything, people should be respected if they should be respected and this and that. And I'm fucking not being respected. On certain things, and so I know there's angels now, or so last month I think, and 2013, and I was just also wondering, like, the guardian, or when my dad would tell me about guardian angels. So do we have a specific angel each person, or at least listening to us? Like, or anytime you use like a computer. Like one time I thought these visions were going away. I think one second. And so, well, anyways, so like, does an angel like know, like, if we're on a relationship site or a love site or Cupid or something like that? And if my message were, messages, if they were, if all the profiles I looked at and like, how come I haven't had a girlfriend by now, a woman friend? I would have probably still gone out and this and this and that, and I've probably still got gun rights from my dad, and such, I think, and so, you know, we could have handled a few bugs, because, and we, I fought those carpet bugs, I fought those fish bugs, I sprayed it, or I even tried to eat a couple different things in the kitchen, and I got them, and I'm not sure. Well, my dad said, like, I said it was giving me the finger or something like that, or it was trying to be rat or something like that, or roach. I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, I'm not gonna laugh about that later. I'm like, what the fuck, man? So, like, let's just say, like, this NWO, I don't think it's going to be in the main cities. I don't think. But then what about, like, movies or whatever? Or it's like, wait, does it mean, like, telling people what to do or something like that? Like, so, like, what if you're just saying, like, so what, or so, like, someone's going to say, well, there's a new movie, and you guys should see it, and what if they don't want to see the movie? You can't order them to do something. You can't order them to see a movie. You can't fucking order them to go somewhere. I sense, like, what if clone, or what if this, or what if that, or if anybody didn't want to, do something they didn't want to, if someone was trying to tell somebody to be gay or something, to some fucker, and it's like, who the fuck are you? And if they said they were a leader, so like, what the fuck? Who are you? Fucking what the fuck? But then, they'd be like, you better watch it, or something like that. And it's like, to somebody. And if someone tells somebody, this person might be intimidated or something like that, and this person might bite your ding off. Or fucking bite your nipple. Propaganda or speculation, or seeing our comments, or people's comments or replies. It ain't gonna happen, and if it does, expect a backlash, man. I might as well just, have an honorary presidency, and, and then, like, I guess, like, they'd say, well, then you're not president anymore, but then it's like, well, whatever, but it's like, and I'd have my own party, and I'd have a cabinet, and administration, and I'd say that my members would be best, and fucking, Oh, not because I didn't do anything. Not because I would have done anything or anything. Wouldn't. Though, I'd be in the top 10, man. Just basing of... I said a woman, but... So, like, it might be Hillary Clinton, or she might be the one that... She might say she's an allegiance to me. And it's just fucking stupid. I don't think God's gonna come, but, like, maybe, but... God's watching. What about Elizabeth Warren or... Not Sibelius. I heard something about her. Yeah, I heard something about her. Wendy Davis? I'll pay on them. Someone that has a compassion for life. And it's under the Democrats or whatever. Because I think they're almost having the majorities on both places almost. So they're the ones that fucking want to strip us of their protection. And don't tell me about this Wilson sheep clothing thing. They're animals. They're living individuals. They're on the earth, you know. And wolves are shy, so I mean, you're murdering shy animals? Wolves that are shy. These people should hang themselves. Read Exodus. Maybe God the Father would, you know, slow down for me, but then I had to fight for God's sake. Like I said, you know, I don't necessarily understand everything, but I've seen things and I respect. I've seen things and I respect God the Father, and I respect Jesus. But I don't get those visions either. Other visions though. I do like doggy visions, but then I was thinking, it was Mary a fucking Aquarius or Jesus a crab, or who's laughing at what the fuck? Great visions, you know, because like, huh? Because I tried everything, man. And God didn't really seem to care about Mary, like, after a while. Mary after a while. It's like, I've tried everything, man. Or maybe I didn't anything. No, I don't think. Well, my baby wouldn't look like fucking gone. What the fuck? L-U. Oh, man. I'm saying, man. I've been recovering. Yeah, I've tried everything. I've had a few dreams that have been really vivid. Like the past few dreams have been really vivid. I really don't want to dream anymore. I mean, can't we just, if a woman loves you, like me, she would call me or text me or come see me. And any other person would have had a heart attack. But this one woman was like really vivid, and she was in a dress, and it was really vivid. And I thought this woman was going to come from my window, and I looked it up. Woman in a white dress. Woman in a white dress. And I guess like women that have died after they got married or right before, or it's like what? Or I'd have thought, what if my woman had died ago or whenever or in the past, and it's like these are like what ifs. They look real. And I heard like one thing I read. It's like, what if they started calling straight marriages unions or straight unions, and maybe then it'd be more about love. That was the whole thing of the first, or at least in that one area, woman for man, and and if women were a bit disappointed with their men, they would be at least, they should at least be saying, what they're not doing, but not being so quiet all the time. Bitch, if you don't forget, I know you're regretting it. I guess it'd be better to be at home, but it's fucking still, that's bad too. To be one of those. I mean, prostitution, I think, whatever, I don't. I think I'm okay with it, but, I just don't want no one fucking my woman. Get the point? My woman. She should be. And then the woman disrespects you. Oh well. Merry Christmas to all. Safe day, hopefully tomorrow. Safe, hopefully, and Happy New Year! Last week of December, and Happy New Year 2014, and hopefully have a woman friend next year. And I'd be doing these companies favors, so I don't have to do them any favors because I'm doing them favors, but by making them much more successful, and by giving people new reasons to like their companies, fresh reasons to like their companies. You owe me. You owe me. And whatever they want to pay me, as long as it's good, and as long as I keep getting paid, and no false, I'm serious. I'm not replaceable, and that's when I would start kicking people's asses. Yeah.